Imagine a world where wind turbines, after decades of tirelessly powering our lives, don't end up as mere scrap but instead embark on a new journey. This is not a distant dream but a reality being shaped today. Vattenfall's Rewind platform, showcased at the Dutch Design Week, is revolutionizing how we think about wind turbine retirement. It's not the end, it's a fresh start, a canvas for creativity and sustainability. Have you ever paused to wonder what happens to these towering giants once their operational days are over? Vattenfall is rewriting the script, turning retirement into a launchpad for innovation. At the Dutch Design Week 2025, they unveiled how turbine components can be reimagined, not just within the wind industry but across diverse sectors. But here's where it gets controversial. Is recycling enough, or are we missing a golden opportunity to repurpose these materials in ways we've never imagined? With thousands of turbines globally nearing the end of their lifespan, the focus isn't just on recycling, it's about unlocking their hidden potential. Over 90% of a turbine's materials, like steel, copper, and electronics, are already recycled or reused. The real challenge? The remaining 10%, especially complex composites that don't fit traditional recycling streams. These components, built to withstand extreme conditions, could thrive for years in less demanding roles. The question is, how do we design systems that see these parts as treasures, not trash? The art of reuse. Sustainability isn't just about generating clean energy, it's about what happens next, says Thomas Jort, Head of Innovation Offshore Wind at Vattenfall. Take a gearbox, for instance. After battling North Sea storms for years, it's still robust enough for a second life in a less harsh environment. By prioritizing reuse, designers and engineers can bridge the gap between idealism and practicality, often finding solutions that are smarter, cheaper, and more sustainable than starting from scratch. But is the industry ready to embrace this shift in mindset? Vattenfall's Rewind platform builds on a groundbreaking idea from last year's Dutch Design Week. They transformed a glass fiber turbine nacelle, the heart of the turbine, into a stylish, 10-meter-long tiny house that met Dutch standards. This wasn't just a display, it was a statement. It showed that reuse could be both functional and visually stunning, proving that sustainability is as much about creativity as it is about responsibility. Connecting the dots. In Lelystad's harbour, Vattenfall tested reusing turbine blades as flotation supports for land development and floating housing. This idea dovetailed with their R&D team's work on floating habitats in Sweden. As part of their biodiversity program, Vattenfall is designing floating islands for hydropower plants, where turbine blades can provide stable platforms for flora and fauna to thrive. But could this be scaled globally? And what other unexpected uses are we overlooking? A fast food menu for innovation. The next step in circularity is exploring the untapped potential of discarded turbine components. A single nacelle contains over 10,000 parts. By fostering collaboration between designers, technologists, and sector experts, these components can find new purposes far beyond their original design. Vattenfall's Rewind platform, launched at DDW 2025, is a digital warehouse for turbine parts, complete with a user-friendly interface. Think of it as a fast food menu for innovators, where builders and developers can browse, visualize, and brainstorm with the help of an AI-powered chatbot. But will this tool truly democratize reuse, or will it remain a niche solution? From irrigation arms to charging stations, the possibilities are endless. In agriculture, gearboxes and rotor blades can become irrigation systems for water-scarce regions. In e-mobility, nacelle components can be repurposed into affordable EV charging stations. In construction, composite panels can transform into bus shelters or festival pavilions. But are these ideas scalable? And what regulatory hurdles stand in the way? Recharging the grid. Rewind also highlights how turbine components can strengthen electricity grids. As electrification grows, these robust parts offer smart solutions to meet rising energy demands. Thomas Jort notes, the overlap in components between turbines and grids is significant. By leveraging these, we can support a more electrified future. But is the grid infrastructure ready for this integration? Circularity, not a buzzword, but a mindset. Circularity isn't just an environmental buzzword, it's a mindset that drives both ecological and economic benefits. Designing for longevity and reintegration into the supply chain ensures sustainable value. The more minds involved, the more innovative the solutions, Jort emphasizes. But how do we incentivize industries to adopt this mindset? Vattenfall's Rewind is more than a platform, it's a call to action. It challenges us to rethink waste, embrace creativity, and see potential where others see the end. So, what's your take? Is this the future of sustainability, or are we missing the bigger picture? Share your thoughts below. Let's spark a conversation.